Balitang National. Good morning, Pilipinas, and welcome to another edition of Balitang National. For this video, allow me to use English and Tagalog as our medium of instruction. To solve for this, huwag kalimutang di po muna pwedeng gamitin yung cancellation law of multiplication. Baka yung iba sa atin iniisip na pwedeng makancel yung x squared kasi may x squared sa numerator at meron ding x squared sa denominator. So di po pwede yon kasi yung cancellation law, yung mas complete niyang pangalan is it's the cancellation law for multiplication. If we have expressions on numerators and denominators which are separated by either addition or subtraction, then we cannot use the cancellation law. Again, this is called a rational expression since we have variables that can be found in both numerators and denominators, and even yung kahit denominator lang, it's also called as a rational expression. Now, gagawin natin dito is for us to be able to simplify this, we need to factor both expressions so that later baka may common factor tayong makita and we are going to remove those common factors. In short, you really need to review your factoring kasi yun yung pinakakailangan dito kasi kapag may problema pa sa factoring, then definitely all of your answers later would be different. So, ang gagawin natin dito is of course, we're going to equate this into the factors of our numerators and denominators. Now, for the numerator, this is an example of a difference of two squares. As you can see, it's a binomial expression. Both terms are separated by a subtraction, and both terms, x squared and y squared, ay mga square po sila. Or they are a square of a certain variable. Like x squared is a square of x, and y squared is a square of y. Kapag meron tayong difference of two squares, we are assured of that yung factors natin are two binomial expressions with the same first term and second term, but they only differ with the signs separating the terms. At yung gagawin natin ay ganito. Again, we are sure it's a difference of two squares. So let's take the square root of the first term x squared rather. So it's x din dito. And then, the square root of the second term y squared is y. At saka may y din dito. And of course, the binomial expressions are separated by opposite signs. Now, kapag di pa kayo convinced dito, you could always try to multiply this using the FOIL method, and we are sure that the result will return to x squared minus y squared. Now, for our denominator, we cannot do the same process as the numerator kasi it doesn't fit the criteria of difference of two squares. Of course, number one, the operation separating x squared and xy is plus, and of course, xy is not a perfect square. However, we can use here yung common monomial factoring natin. Common monomial factoring allows us to take a common factor that is found on both terms, and that common factor is actually x. When we take out x, yung matitira is still a binomial. So yung x squared, tatanggalan natin ng x, hindi square ang matitira because it's a multiplication process, we will have x. And for your xy, of course, the operation separating them is still plus. Yung xy, we remove x to that, you will have y. So these are the factors of x squared plus xy of our denominator. Now from here, since we have factors already and they're called factors because they are under multiplication, we can now use the cancellation law for multiplication. Seeing that there are common factors on our numerator at saka yung denominator natin. The common factor I mentioned is x plus y here at may isang x plus y din dito. So yung mga matitirang expression, yun yung sagot natin. For our numerator, we have x minus y. At saka yung denominator natin is just simply x. Ibig sabihin nito, yung x squared minus y squared all over x squared plus xy can be represented in a simpler form of rational expression, x minus y all over x. Lester Lucy Gumpan, nagbabalita for Balitang Rational. Huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe, i-like at i-share ang video ito. Maraming salamat!